In 3, 2.
Bom dia, Brasil!
Welcome to your favorite TV show, Time Travelers. I'm Josué Murrieta.
And I'm Cesar Morales. As you know, the last week we traveled time into Argentina, and we know a lot of its history. But today we're going to travel into Brazil.
Let's go 3000 before Christ with Frida and Sebastian. Are you ready?
Yes.
Hold on. I think we're on air. Hello, Murrieta Morales.
Hi, we're here back in 3000 before Christ.
Maybe you're wondering why we're here.
And well, this is because this era was so important, because this is where the oldest Brazilian art was born.
Here was where the ancient Brazil people started painting into the caves.
They used geometric patterns and they used to paint animals too. But the most sophisticated form of art that they did was their pottery and their sculptures. Here we have the most representative one. You can see it's amazing. And well, this is all our report. We go back to you, to the station.
That was very interesting, right, Cesar?
Yes, it was. It was the beginning of the plastic art in Brazil. Now we're going to 1500 with our partner Alan. Go ahead, Suda.
It's not working.
No?
No.
Technical.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Murrieta and Morales. Nobody likes him.
I know.
Nobody likes Sebastian and Sophie.
I know.
I don't know why they are here.
I know.
Still doing things. And oh, yeah. Sorry. We're on air. Okay. Well, people is going crazy. People is singing in the streets. I don't know what they are thinking, but they are starting to write music, and also they are starting to perform theater acts. I don't know. They are crazy, but it's cool. Everything started with right compositions, and now they are doing this stuff. It's crazy. It's cool. I like it. We're back to you, Morales.
Sorry, Alan. But you are missing some very important information, and this is that the place started because when Portuguese people started to come and to conquest Brazil, they wanted to teach through the art. So plays started to appear, and also they started to teach them through paintings.
You see that? The time machine exploded.
Oh my God! Where we are?
Oh my God! According to my report, we are in 4055.
Oh my God!
Here's the future.
Oh my God! Let's go with Sarah. With Sarah.
You see this? Sarah, go,
Yeah.
go,
Are
go,
you
Sarah,
okay?
go. Are you okay?
Are you okay, Sarah?
Yeah. Oh,
Can you please tell everyone your report right now,
please.
so we can leave it like that?
Well, I was in 1748. I was with Antonio Vieira. It was one of the best literatures of Brazil. He wrote over 50 sermons. In Portugal, he was a Jesuit, and he was like the father of literature, considered back in the time.
It was a good information about Sarah.
Yeah, there was more information.
Look,
Hey,
Who's there?
Charlie,
Who's there?
we're here. Hey. Are you okay?
Yeah, I think I'm alright. But I have my report.
Yeah,
So,
tell them.
As far as I remember, before the machine exploded and absorbed me into this future, it was about the Olympic Games in 2016. It was about how Brazil was doing in their medals: 7 gold medals, 6 silver, and 6 copper. The top competitors were Thiago Silva, Alisson Serretti, and Robson. Well, and my second report was about the sports in Brazil. It was soccer, volleyball, basketball, and the last one was mixed martial arts. This is my end of the report.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you for your info.
See
Oh my
ya.
God!
Oh,
Hey, are you okay?
somebody, you can say it to me. Here, here. Thank you.
Eddie, are you okay?
Hey,
Hey,
hey, hey.
Are you
Buddy,
okay?
buddy, are you okay? I think so.
Are you okay?
How are you fine?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Where were you when the machine exploded?
I was in Sao Paulo, Brazil. It was the year 1950. I was waiting to assist Chetfield, the owner of Diarios Asociados, to present the new TV channel that arrived to Brazil. It was TV Tupi. In an interview we had a day before, he said that the cost of the production were so high that only a few guys have access to it. But I was waiting to the official presentation. Wow. No, man.
I hope you're fine.
Sophie's injured. Sophie's injured.
Oh! Help them!
Are you okay, Sophie?
Oh my God, no, I think I'm not okay.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we gotta continue with our report.
Yeah, we were in the early 19th century, and it was like all the isms were being created there. I mean, the neo-realism, the creationism, the expressionism, all the isms were like burning in that time. And the main actors of these isms were, for example, Rodolfo Amoedo and Victor Meireles. They were famous painters in that time.
And in the latest 19th century, we have the realism. The realism started in Brazil, and we have as principal exponent Machado Assis and Oscar Pereira de la Silva.
And also in Brazil is very important the architecture. Then we traveled to like 2000, and the architecture in Brazil was one of the most modern ones in the whole world. For example, Oscar Niemeyer, he was a pretty big architecture in that time. He made a lot of sculptures like the Capilla from Brasilia, and it's such an amazing structure. I mean, the plastic arts in Brazil are amazing now, but we're okay.
Hey, have an outlet. Come on, buddy. Sit down. Are you okay?
Yes, I don't know what happened. I was in the 1960s in Brazil, in São Paulo. I was surrounded by hippies. They were influenced by the United States. They were in the movement of Vietnam and the war and the Black movement. They were listening music and smoking. I don't know what, but it was kind of cool, but it was crazy. And then, oof, I appear here. And we're
Look there.
Hey.
Alam, come here. This is crazy, buddies. This is crazy. Well, I was in Rio de Janeiro in the 19th century, I can remember. People started to dance, and I don't know what kind of dance, but they call it samba and different kind of dances, but it was so cool. Everything exploded, and now I'm here, but Rio de Janeiro started with the dances, and now everybody can dance.
That's very good. Hey,
Manuel. Help me. Sit down. You have to tell us your report, man. Okay. Well, last thing I remember, I was in 1897 when the first cinematographic machine arrived to Brazil. After that, I remember just being here. Well, I will continue with my report. In 19,000, there were over 22 cinematographic houses in the capital. Then, by the 1940, the Veracruz company started in Sao Paulo to start making more good movies. Then, by the 1960s, the Cinema Novo movement started, and it ended in 1970s. An important actor of that moment was Gabriel Rocha, and by the 19 and the movement ended in 1970. Then, by the 1980, a lot of cinema houses were closing because the television was very good and people don't want to go to the movies anymore.
boy, are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Okay.
Well, this was a fail. But don't forget us. We are time travelers at 7.